Hey, this is Danielle from Simpler Options with our Friday evening Simpler Options free video. So what are we going to be talking about today? Well, we're going to be talking about Wingstop. So why? Well, Wingstop has about 15% high short interest, and in this type of market environment, high short interest setups are awesome. Why? Well, because we have indexes that just continue to make new all-time highs, and you've got a lot of people or funds or whoever it may be shorting up here at the highs. And when we look at stocks like this that the shorts continue to be wrong on, that gives us who are buying them to the long side a really nice short squeeze. So this was a pretty fun short squeeze right there. You had a gap up after earnings, you broke through the previous highs, you got your shorts that are covering, and the price just continues exploding. So I really like a short squeeze after earnings. Those are a whole lot of fun. In this instance, we don't have earnings. However, we do have a squeeze. So the thing about trying to trade a short squeeze is you need a catalyst. You can't just buy something because a lot of people are shorting it. You have to buy something that is right near the all-time highs because that's where they have their stops. And you have to buy something that has a catalyst that's going to be able to push you past their stop point, causing them to cover, buy back their shorts, which, all that buying causes price to go higher. And, typically that's pretty fun. So that's what I'm looking for in Wingstop. Now, of course, one could argue, well, how can you buy it here? It's so far extended. It's gone up so much already. I'm going to short it. Well, that's totally fine. That's what we do in trading. There's always somebody on the other side, right? But this is the side that I'm taking. I like it because I've got a ready aim fire buy. I'm above 0 on the VZO. Looks like it's about to go positive. I don't quite have a trigger. I do have a magic arrow trigger, which is pretty good trigger. I do have a moving average cross as well. My favorite is really the ready aim fire buy. So I don't have the purple one yet, but I mean, it's pretty close. So, all in all, I think that it's a pretty good setup for the short squeeze, and I'm going to be looking to get into this so that when this catalyst, the squeeze, fires, I can get an explosion in price. And, I'm going to look for, it's kind of hard to say with these short squeeze tickers, I'm going to look for about 73 bucks, and you probably can get it higher if you get a little bit of that squeeze coming through. Typically you'll get a 1618 extension at least. So I have a stop below, I'm going to have a stop below 65. Really, if you want to give it a little bit more room, you could put your stop all the way down here, below either the 34 or the 50, depending on how wide you like your stops. And then I would look to buy, you can just go for these cheap ones right here. It costs about $3. Not bad. It might not be enough time though, is the only thing. I would really err on the side of coming out into December. I know it's a little bit far out, but you're paying for the gift of time. So you could try these Delta 60s right here for about $5.50. I like that. Delta 70s are going to be a little bit wider on that bid-ask spread, so you might have to pay up a little bit more. So that's kind of why I would prefer the Delta 60s, but really it's just a preference. So if you don't mind paying up a little bit for the deeper in the money option, you can do that. But I would like these right here. So I think that's what I'm going to grab. I'll be looking for that on Monday. A good example of a short squeeze is something like this. You've got something that is also on the IBD 50 list. I don't think I mentioned that, but Wingstop is on the IBD 50 list. This was LGND, one of John's trades that we were in this week. And you get something where you have a squeeze, you get a catalyst overnight, boom, and it goes from 254 to 273. Nice trade overnight. And I mean, this one's still in a squeeze. So I also, actually, now that I'm looking at this again, now that it's pulled back, I would also like to play another short squeeze on LGND. So with this one, it's really just a question of how far it's going to pull back. And we don't know that as of right now. So What I'm going to look for is a hold and a pause at one of these pullback zones, and look for a trigger just like I noted on wing. So thank you very much for joining me for this video. Hope you find a nice short squeeze to make your week, and I'll see you in the next video.